If you're seeing this, then this is your Tarot Tuesday message. My name is Lara. Welcome, welcome. Whether you've been here before or you have not, welcome in. We're going to talk a little bit about what's upcoming this week over the next 7 days. This is going out on Tuesday, July 22nd, and that will take us through in 2025, and that will take us through to July 27th. Okay. So if you're finding this and it's the 22nd or it's somewhere within that week, in that span of 7 days, amazing, fantastic. This is going to be a lot of the astrology that we're in literally at this moment in space and time. All of those energies that we're all collectively swimming in. But if you're finding this and it is not anywhere near that time, that is also okay too, because this is a timeless reading. So whenever this message finds you, you can trust that, it's meant to find you when it's meant to find you. You'll know what's meant for you. Please use your discernment, okay? Use this for yourself, okay? This is a collective reading. So we're reading for a group of people, the individuals, all you beautiful souls who come to this reading. So it may not be super specific to what you're going through, but the themes, patterns, the energies, this is what we're all sharing together. So hopefully you find some insight, okay? Maybe a little bit of clarity comes with that. As long as you can approach this with an open heart and decide what is right for you, okay? I don't know what you have going on in your life. Like, really, I don't. Even if I know you, I probably don't. No. So you're going to know more than I ever am, all right? But yeah, we're going to get a read on like what we can kind of expect over the next 7 days. How are you doing? If you were here last week, how are you doing? My God. Yo, yes. A time was had. We had a time. We had a week. It was a thing. What I can tell you is that there's a lot going on. This week, we're going to see what our cards say, but we've got so many planets going retrograde. Mercury added to the retrograde family last week. So that is really just amping up. That's going to be all the way through August 11th. But then there's also a bunch of other planets that are retrograding as well. So this is a very, 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 very reflective time. And this is coming out right on Leo season. Okay. So 21st, 22nd, we're talking big Leo energy, big cat energy. All right. This is actually, I'm like, let me get my lion hair going here. So this is a big energy. It is bold. It is courageous. Okay. So all of those things that the lion embodies, this is that energy. It is the solar plexus chakra. It's the I am energy. Okay. So if you know Leos, that's why they're the center of everything, because it's the I am. And what in the sky is the I am? What is everything revolving around? It's the sun. So this is sun energy as well. We are peak summer, okay, with Leo energy coming in. It's hot, and it's been hot, and I think it's going to get hotter. So do with that what you will. But Leo season, always brings the drama. So, but this is also very transformative energy as well. Leo is fire energy, so things are going to feel very fiery, and things may feel like they start to get moving or not, because we've got so many things in retrograde. But But yeah, so there's a lot going on. And then as we move through our week this week on the 24th, I'm pretty sure it's the 24th, we're going to see the new moon in Leo. So the new moon again, so this is a whole new lunar cycle that we're coming up again. And this is really asking us to step into our power, to be courageous, to go out and get what it is that we want, right? Leo energy too is also like a heart-centered energy as well. Yeah, that's what we've got. We'll have the new moon in Leo reading coming out. I'm going to do a new moon in Leo reading specifically to that, which hopefully we'll get some very specific information on what we're meant to focus on underneath the new moon energy. Okay. So the new moon is when the lunar cycle starts over again, for the next 28, 29 days. And, so it's a really great time to set those intentions. The days leading up to that, this is like the end of the clearing process. Okay. What this energy is all about intention, whereas a full moon is great for clearing energy. A new moon is great for intention setting. Now, that being said, maybe you're like me and some of the intentions that you need to set are about clearing things from your life. Yes. So this is really like a reclamation of power versus the tried and true, just like machete cutting through everything. But as far as like what I've been noticing, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's kind of it. As far as any other like outstanding astrological whatever that's coming up this week, I don't know about it. Because I'm not like an astrologer, but I am paying attention and I'm informed. So because our cards are also astrologically informed. The tarot deck is astrologically informed. So yeah. And what else? I think that's it. Do you want to just dive into the cards? I've got the usual cast of characters here. Okay, that might be something. Okay, anyway, we'll see about. I think this fiery energy, I just hurt myself on my already vulnerable pinky. So that may be something, a little extra self-care in this energy. We'll see. It's making me think about, do you know the fable of the lion with the like needle in its paw and like the mouse helps take it out? Do you remember this? I'm going to have to look it up after I'm done, but that's imagery that's coming to mind right now. So that's interesting because then we have the energy of this like big ferocious lion, this king of the jungle. They don't live in the jungle though, right? Right? That's not anyway, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's making me think of the strength card as well. Strength in vulnerability. Okay. Interesting way to get it started. But let's go ahead and get our Oracle of Mystical Moments and let's ask our cards, what kind of vibe, what kind of theme, like what would you like to open this reading with as far as what we're dealing with in the week that is ahead? There she is. Ooh, weaving flowers. Look at how beautiful that is. So this figure is sitting here weaving the actual flowers together. There's a lot of creativity in that process. The number 33 is here. And it's as if too, because these petals are like coming down on these strings that she's weaving the flowers together. So I'm feeling like there is like divine inspiration being woven into the literal fabric of your life here. Okay, so if you weren't doing that before, this could be a message to start doing that now. Finding those sacred moments, even in the most mundane, is, I've found, some very powerful and very effective magic in those moments, right? Everything is sacred. The mundane, the profane, all of it. It's all the human experience. It's all why we're here. We're here to have an experience. So, but let's see what 33 says. Precisely, shall we? Yes, weaving flowers. Creator, hello. Art of the universe. Okay, there's that divine inspiration and integration. Yes, weaving that into everyday life. Okay. So here we see a woman gathering the delicate petals of blossoms and making them into flowers. It seems like she is weaving them together, bringing a greater whole into being. She is calm and concentrated on her work. This woman is a creator. She draws from the petals falling from the sky and growing from earth. Inspiration is all around. Gather it up to create a new whole. So I'm also feeling like a redirection of your energy is happening this week. Okay. If you're an actor like me, maybe you've heard the term use it. Okay. What that means is use whatever is coming up for you and channeling it into your creative process, no matter what that is. Specifically, if you're an actor, right, you're using maybe things and feelings from personal experiences and you're putting them into a character. Painters also do this, channeling their emotions onto the canvas. Writers do it on the page, okay? So that's what's coming through pretty strongly. Creator, integration, manifest reality. It's giving magician card as well. Okay. Okay, great. Let's get a little spicy oracle, shall we? Let's see what we got here. We'll take 3 packets. 1, 2, 3. There they are. What's we got? First of all, I won't wait forever. Oof. Not sitting this one out. Okay. Yeah, there's some sense of like feeling, we're still feeling the pressure of whatever it is that we want to bring in. Okay. Whatever it is that you're out there trying to create, I think this is, the manifestation gets thrown around a lot. Whatever you're trying to actualize in your life, okay? Maybe there is Mercury is in retrograde, so there's some sense of impatience. Maybe that's what that is. But with the first of all, okay. So it's like this sense of like feeling very defensive. And there's something here with timing, with I won't wait forever, whether that's you or whether that's the universe. This could be whatever creative idea you have is like, I got to get out of you. That is a possibility. And I won't wait forever. It might move on. You know what I'm saying? Don't I know it? Okay. Not sitting this one out too. So maybe there's this like real sense of like, you waited long enough for this for whatever reason. And I think there's been a lot of back and forth with you with the first of all, because it's like it's almost like you're arguing with yourself first of all, and you're arguing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and that has what has prevented you from fully moving forward and taking those steps, because you really feel like, you know, this opportunity or this idea isn't going to wait forever. And there's still that determination with the, I'm not sitting this one out, to, like, you still really want to give this the good old college try. You know what I mean? I think despite yourself, you've still not given up on yourself, even though it's like you've had, you've been trying to talk yourself out of it, but you know that this is an opportunity that needs to be acted on. And now is the opportunity. Now is the opportunity, okay? First of all, I won't wait forever. Not sitting this one out. So also I could see this as like some sort of boundary setting happening as well. Like that you, if it's a project or if it's an opportunity, that's one thing. If this is about you and your boundaries, and it's possible that there's boundaries around whatever opportunity is here. Or it could be separate things. It could be multiple things. Okay, take this for what it's worth, but I'm seeing two of these things here. So I'm also seeing this in a sense of setting boundaries, where you're, especially with that Leo energy, where you're like, first of all, because the I am energy is where the consciousness wakes up. And what's that? Who was it who said, I think, therefore I am, right? That conscious spark. You know, and maybe this is setting boundaries and becoming sovereign in your own sense of self. And I won't wait forever, which is like, you know, all I'm hearing is like, I'm leaving. Not sitting this one out. Like, you're not going to sit out or miss out on your life. You're not going to wait forever for somebody else to figure it out. Okay. And with, first of all, there's an element of standing your ground. So I'm seeing one and or both of those things. Maybe they're connected to each other. Maybe they're two separate circumstances, perhaps. You know, for you. But let's go ahead and get into it with our tarot cards here. Okay, so I think we're on to something here. Let's go ahead and ask, could we please have 3 cards to show us what energy we're moving through, whatever messages you'd like. That's one here. Thank you. To give us anything you'd like us to know. How's it gonna go? What do we have to look forward to? Please, something. There's our second one. And let's do one more. Please and thank you. Okay. Just one more. Woo! Okay, interesting. By one, you said 2. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. All right. My table's a little messy. Give me 1 second. Oh boy. Okay, are you ready? Let's see if we can decipher this, shall we? We're going to start with our shadow cards at the bottom of the deck here. This represents the energy coming up from the subconscious. All right. Whether or not you're aware of this energy, this is what's just below the surface for you. This is what's running the entire show. Okay. This is your shadow. So in our shadow here, coming up to the front, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We're really releasing this sense of victim mentality. We're releasing our limitations around our identity, association, relationship to lack mindset. Okay, we're shifting out of survival mode here in this. There is a release of this like woe is me energy. You know, we're learning where we can ask for help. We're also learning who, with the Six of Cups in reverse, this is an energy that's like, yeah, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse, I think there's something here about worthiness specifically. There's some sort of element of like, there's something that you have been missing that you've never had. Okay. And I think we're stepping out of this sort of illusion around whatever that is, because you've been stuck in this sort of sense of like, I don't even want to say desire, like wanting or pining for something that you've never had before, but there's this sense of lack that is attached to it. The feeling of not enough. This could be, because it's pentacles, we're talking about material resources, but because it's in the shadow position, I think there's something intrinsically tied to something that you've never had in the past that you feel like would have been a great support. I want to say relationship oriented in this, because the Six of Cups is such a relationship oriented card. But it's almost like this sense of not feeling worthy is what has blocked you from finding something new, that thing that you've never got, that you've always wanted. But all of this is being released right now. And the Two of Wands coming behind that is like, this is being released because we're making a new plan. We're setting a new like strategy. We're putting a new strategy together here so that we can go out and actually get what it is that we want, that we deserve. The Hanged Man here, it's not going to be an easy road. It will ask us to get incredibly uncomfortable. But I think we are really now at a place where we're ready for the shift. Okay. And I think the reason it gets uncomfortable is because it will be challenging our sense of enthusiasm, I want to say, with the King of Wands in reverse, but also this particular not King of Wands, Knight of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, maybe challenging some sense of status here, but also the Knight of Wands really reminds me of like individuality and authenticity. So I think the uncomfortable phases here with the Hanged Man is because it's challenging our sense of authenticity. It's, we're not going to feel super patient in this process by any means, but it really is the work that needs to be done to get to this very stable foundation that will carry not just us through, but generations that come behind us as well. So that's what's coming up through the shadow card. As far as what we have on the table, it's very interesting. So how is all this energy directing us through this week? Well, I think these shifts are happening because we have the World card in reverse. So whatever misalignment you feel, this is an indicator This is an indicator of those things that are not working, those places, spaces, and people that are not valuing you. Maybe even keeping you locked in or trapped in an idea of, like this is all you're worth, perhaps. Challenging that idea that you aren't worth more, okay? All of the misalignment, this is to show you what needs to be cleared away, where your energy needs to be called back from. So that sense of like discomfort, right? That's something to pay attention to especially during the earlier part of the week. A lot of this, I think, is going to come up around, there's relationships that are beneficial for you to have, relationships that are supportive of you and what you do. You're really looking for reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles in this card, okay? This is somebody who is giving and somebody who is receiving, okay? Not taking, they're receiving, all right? This benefactor gives lovingly and openly. This is someone who wants to support you because they are getting real value out of the connection that you have with them. That's what you want, isn't it? So anything that feels out of alignment, it's going to be highlighting where you're not getting this week. And trust that with the Judgment card, I mean, you're being called to a whole new level here. All right. Judgment is about the like homecoming. This is about, being called into a new version of yourself. You're leaving one aspect of you behind and you're becoming something different. Okay, it's not meant to be comfortable. But I do see that there is a willingness to go. Judgment also is a card of discernment. So maybe that as well. Being more discerning about what relationships are supporting you. Where is there the balance? Right? And then we also had the Eight of Wands come out, and it fell just like this, which is so funny because I feel like this is a little tongue-in-cheek, being like, this can go one of two ways and the choice is yours. So the Eight of Wands upright, I just turned this upside down, upright. Maybe there's that too, like not knowing which way is up, feeling this way, okay? The Eight of Swords in the upright position, this is about alignment. This is about swift movement. It can also be travel. This can also indicate travel, not in this position, but it can. So that's interesting. Movement for sure. So in the reverse position, we're talking about maybe some feelings of misalignment or feeling scattered, feeling all things kind of going all over the place. Whereas in this position, you've got everything going right towards the same thing. So, but it landed here. So either it's like my initial feeling like the choice is yours. I'm also sort of picking up on this idea that it might feel like things just aren't moving. But that's meant to be a part of it. And with everything in retrograde, it may feel like things just kind of come to a screeching halt. I think the idea, like, just trust the process. Okay. You are literally creating this new version of yourself. And integration as well. We had that theme come up with this card. So sometimes maybe if things do feel like they just sort of stop moving, I think that's your indication of like, this is the time to integrate everything that's been going on around me, all the things that are coming up. So, oh, my thing turned. Okay. So that's what I've got. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think it makes a little sense for me, but you should let me know. Go ahead, and if you want to let me know, put it in the comments down below. I love to hear how things are going with everyone. And if you like this video, please like it on the thing with the little thumbs up. Share it. There's also all kinds of ways you can connect with me. I do private readings. You're welcome to reach out if you would like a more specific private reading. All of that information is down below in the description box as well. So, yeah, let me know. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this brought a little bit of clarity, maybe a little bit of insight. And I feel like, more will always be revealed. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, and we're walking through this together. But that's what I've got. So I will leave it at that. And we'll see you on the other side.